welcome back to my channel, and welcome if you're new. I'm Tia with Tia and the Beasleys. I'll have my introduction video linked at the top here. If you have not watched that, please watch that after this video here. But today's video I'm super excited for because it was needed after all of my organization of my kitchen and decluttering. I needed to clean it. So this week's Motivation Monday video will be a deep clean of my kitchen. It is so much better now. I feel 1,000 times better now that it's done. But I recorded it in 2 parts, mainly because I did it in a couple days because my birthday was this last week. And so I took a day off on my birthday and didn't do literally anything. So it's kind of split in between 2 days, so I am wearing something different. I did half the kitchen one day and half the kitchen the other day. That way I could get a real deep clean and I wasn't struggling to make sure it got all done. I also like to make sure that once the girls are out of school that I am present with them and I'm not worried about cleaning my house or doing any of my extra chores. I leave that strictly for when they're in school, so then that way I get more time with them. So that's kind of the reason behind it, and it's more realistic. Don't ever feel like you have to do everything in one day. It doesn't ever need to happen that way. Life is too short to be constantly on your hands and knees cleaning all day, every day. It just isn't necessary. So something to keep in mind, but this video is something that I hope you guys really like. It is something that was needed. I wiped down all of the cabinets. I took off all of the knobs and soaked them and washed them. That was super needed. I think it also helps because everybody's been sick. So it got rid of all of those nasty little germs that are on all of those handles, anything sticky, anything gross. But then I also wiped down all the front of the cabinets just because with the little ones there's fingerprints and stickiness all over the lower ones at least, and somehow on the higher ones too. So I wiped all of those down. I cleaned the drawer underneath the stove, which was super gross. We actually dropped a pie when we were cooking back for Thanksgiving, and I never really cleaned it up fully. I did a little bit, but not really, so oops. But now it's clean, so that's done, and I just did the necessary kitchen things. I did the dishes and the floors and all of that. But I also pulled out our island, cleaned underneath that, which was pretty gross just from the kids' crumbs and stuff. I try to get under there the best I can, but I can't always reach everything. And then I pulled out the island. I did the floorboards, I did the windows, I did pretty much every surface area in the kitchen is now clean. So I feel so much better, and I hope that this gives you guys some motivation to get you through the week, to get you to clean something, to tackle a project that you necessarily didn't want to, but probably should. So I hope that this gives you some motivation. Please, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, join my YouTube family, and let's get started with this clean.
So I just started by wiping all of the counters down and getting them nice and clean. I felt so good to be able to pull everything away and see what was underneath and how gross it was. To be able to wipe all of that down was so satisfying, and to know that everything underneath was clean and much better than it was before was a super great feeling. Another thing that I've been neglecting quite a bit over the last couple months is the backsplashes of the kitchen, and the amount of dust and splatter and things that get stuck on the back of them is so gross. So I was able to wipe all of the backsplashes down, which they look so much better now, but I realized it was something that I had been neglecting for a while. Also, I had saw on another YouTube video, as well as I've read it online before, that if you put a bowl of water in the microwave for like 2 minutes, that it would make everything inside of it much easier to clean, because it kind of just like breaks down the steam, breaks down all of the stuff that's inside of the microwave. I didn't personally find that it worked all that well. I wasn't able to like actually scrub it and get anything off. So I ended up just spraying it with my multi-purpose spray and wiping it out that way, but maybe it works for some people. I also want to say sorry if I sound super congested. I am coming down with yet again another cold. So I am struggling to even breathe, let alone talk. So I am doing my best, but I do sound super congested. It isn't my voice. I feel just fine. It just is all the congestion in my head. So we are definitely struggling with the new climate and weather and nasty germs and viruses that come with a new city. You can also see the black spots at the bottom of the backsplash, the right where it connects to the counter. A lot of the caulking has come up or separated. I'm not really sure why, because it is really new, but we're gonna have to get it re-caulked or pull all the caulking off and do it ourselves. We haven't really decided what we're gonna do as of yet, but it does look like it's cracking, because it is.
Give it to you, this is done. Yeah, this is done alright. We are through on repeat. Can we put this to sleep? All we need to is walk out the door. I think that none of us did wrong, but why didn't we end this right? Can we put this to sleep and just never repeat? All we need to is walk out the door. So come on, break it up now, break it up.
And don't mind me with my short girl problems. I have to stand on the counter a lot. I have to use my stool a lot just to be able to get all of the higher cabinets and windows and things to be cleaned.
But now you're on your own. I forgot about your smile, yeah, it has been a while. Something made you unhappy, it's gone. I think that none of us did wrong, but we didn't realize. If we put
I absolutely love my Swiffer duster. It has a super long arm that I'm able to reach all of the corners and anywhere that the cobwebs will get or anything like that, and it makes it super easy for short people like me. Another one of my favorite parts of this window is the two glasses that are in the window. Those are actually the glasses from the hospital when we had both of our girls. Unfortunately, one has broken from both trips, so we only have one from when we were in the hospital for Maya and one when we were in the hospital for Araya.
right thing to do.
So here's where I was talking about how gross it was underneath my stove. It is rather embarrassing. I know we let it go on for far too long. Like I said before, we dropped a pie when we were baking it back for Thanksgiving, and I never completely cleaned it out. I wiped out a little bit, but I didn't actually take the time to clean it out. So now I finally did, and I feel so much better now that it's clean.
Satisfaction in you don't seem to be found. I'm feeling crazy now, I'm really crazy now. But you and me should just break it all off. Break it up now, break it up, honey. The satisfaction in you don't seem to be found. I'm feeling crazy now, I'm really crazy now. But you and me should just break it all off. I'm feeling crazy now, I'm really crazy now.
So the next thing that I wanted to tackle was this shelf or cabinet next to my stove. I've kind of just slowly crammed stuff in there. I didn't really have a rhyme or reason. It was kind of just extra storage to fit whatever I could fit in there. My bread and the shopping bags, different things like that. So I pulled everything out, wiped it down, and then tried to figure out a better option to keep it a little more organized. I was able to kind of reorganize my grocery bags in this basket, and now it's just kind of sitting in the kitchen on the floor just for us to easily grab if we need a grocery bag. And then I just put my snacks in this tin here. You can see in the next video that it doesn't fit, so my plan was ruined. It ended up just being put on the counter, but I put everything else back in a more organized fashion and organized my bread and buns and stuff at the top shelf a little bit better so that it didn't look so messy. Then I went ahead and loaded the dishwasher. I loaded all of the dishes from the day, from dinner. This was recorded after the kids had gone to bed, and I was able to get all of the dishes done. And then I wanted to wash all of the dishes that I pulled out from underneath the stove and the utensil storage container and just some of the stuff that was in the kitchen that just needed to be washed. The paper towel holder, the banana holder, just stuff that collects dust over time. I wanted to wash that as well.
It's time for a change, let's get out of here. We'll never look back, this is our time. We're leaving at midnight, leaving at midnight.
Watching this back makes me really want to be able to wash dishes this fast, because it did not take this short amount of time to wash all of those dishes.
Baby, we're leaving at midnight. It's time for a change, let's get out of here. We'll never look back, this is our time. We're leaving at midnight, leaving at midnight. Oh, we're leaving at midnight.
So this is after I loaded the dishwasher and ran that. Now I'm just washing all that stuff that I was talking about, the utensil container, and just some of the things that couldn't fit in the dishwasher or didn't go in the dishwasher, all of the pans and different things that were underneath the stove that needed to be washed, all of the utensils, spatulas, different things like that that were in that container. I wanted to just give them a good wash, just because sometimes if they haven't been used in a while or they've just been sitting there, they collect dust as well.
You can't fight it when it feels so true.
Also, look at these cute cups that I got from the dollar spot at Target. They were $3 and they say, "I love you and I love you more." They're so cute. I love clear coffee cups because I like to see my coffee, which is, I think, a little strange, but that's okay. They're super cute. They're not very big, but they are cute to have for just the two of us.
On the beat, keep dancing through the night. Stay up until the morning light, the morning light. Oh, so come on over, we can make it through. Take my hand, I know just what to do. On the beat, keep dancing through the night. Stay up until the morning light, the morning light. Oh, the morning light. Oh, I just wanna be your Superman. Come fly with me, just take my hand. And now that we are cruising in mid-flight, kryptonite. Come on over, we can make it through, make it through. Take my hand, I know just what to do, just what to do. On the beat, keep dancing through the night, we're dancing. We stay up until the morning light, the morning light. Oh.
So once I was done with the dishes, I just cleaned out the sink. Every time I am doing something different, I clean out the sink and get new water, just because I don't want the same gross water that I wash the dishes with or anything that I'm doing in the future. So next I just filled the sink up with new dishwater and some Clorox bleach cleaner, and I'm taking off the knobs of the cabinets and soaking them in this water. That way it kind of just cleans the nasty gunk and germs and anything that's possibly on them. They are touched the most, obviously, in the kitchen, that and the fridge door. So I wanted to make sure that I got all of them clean and disinfected.
The morning light. Come on over, we can make it through. Take my hand, I know just what to do, just what to do. On the beat, keep
And don't mind my phone, I'm just watching YouTube videos while I'm doing this. It just kind of keeps me going and paying attention to something other than what I'm doing, so I'm not super bored. Sometimes I'll listen to music and sometimes I'll watch videos depending on what's available.
on the beat, keep dancing through the night, we're dancing through the night.
Then I just went through and started wiping down the bases of the cabinets, all of the doors, drawers, getting all the little fingerprints and gunk and anything that was on them off, just with my multi-purpose spray. Wiping down the cabinets was super satisfying to me. I was able to see a difference in just the outsides of the cabinets and the cracks and corners in the drawers, the tops of the drawers, and it was just super satisfying to be able to see all the little fingerprints and the gunk and the crumbs go away. And you can see that's the second time I forgot to take off a knob. I am not sure what was getting into me, but I realized that I missed two when going through it, and my mind must have just been somewhere else. So now we're on to day 2, and I'm doing the second half of the kitchen where the island is and the girls eat, and just sort of this area, cleaning that and getting all the gunk off of where the kids are. Another thing that I realized that I was neglecting was the baseboards. These baseboards were pretty icky just from it being around where the girls are eating. Somehow when we have spaghetti it goes flying and it's all over the walls and the cabinets and the baseboards and everything. So it was definitely pretty gunky when wiping it all down. It was super satisfying to see once it was clean, but I realized that I had been neglecting the baseboards and the walls behind the island for a little while.
Tick-tock, go turn a page and blow some rage. Tick-tock, don't waste it all on tears.
So I decided I wanted to use my broom this time before using my vacuum, and that was just to be able to actually physically see what I was sweeping up. It was more of like an OCD thing for me, but then once I did, I vacuumed it all up, and then I used my vacuum just to go over the floor even more, just to pick up anything that the broom might have missed. I've been really wanting a new mop, one of the spin mops that I see all over, but right now I've just pretty much told myself that my Swiffer works just fine, so I probably don't need a new one, but it kind of is tempting. So once the floor was dry over in that corner, I moved the island back. You can see where the dog's water spilled all over the floor. I cleaned all of that up once I mopped that side of the kitchen, but I did it kind of in two sections just so that I could move everything back over once the floor was dry by the island. Alright, well that will conclude the video for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this kitchen deep clean. It was much needed, and it was definitely something that I felt very happy that it was done once it was done. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel and join my YouTube family. Hit the little bell so it notifies you when I post a new Motivation Monday video, and we'll see you guys next Monday. Bye!